Hey, what's up, guys? This is Heck and Ness.
And today, guys, we're going to do something a little bit differently. Today, we're going to have 3 topics, okay? And then we're going to discuss. We're going to give your opinions, and you guys are going to let us know how do you feel about it, okay? So the first one is the Air Max 90 and the Air Max 95, okay? I myself, I'm an Air Max 90 guy. I like it over the Air Max 95. He's an Air Max 95 guy himself. We're gonna tell you why, okay? And then you can weigh in on the topic, okay? So this colorway to me, I would pick it over any 95 that you could throw at me. That's not including, obviously, the crazy stuff that, like, the DVs and stuff and all that, But I would pick the regular OG colorway that I would pick this one over that one that he has right there that he's gonna show. I would pick this one. Like I wouldn't even think about it. But that's it.
God, why?
Why? I just think it looks better. I just think it looks weird. I just think like this little ridges, it looks weird on your foot. It just looks so comfortable.
This, and if you know sneakers, this is one of the hottest sneakers ever made.
So is this one right here.
Ever made.
So is this one right here.
Based on whose standards?
Based on whose standards is that?
The general public, everyone.
The general public, because I can say the same. I can say everything you're saying for this.
I've been into sneakers for a very long time, and most original sneakerheads will tell you that this shoe that you love and swear by sat on shelves back in the day.
So did the Air Jordan 1. And look at it now.
Now you're talking about hype. We're talking about a shoe that has always sold well. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you why you don't really know, or you don't feel as passionate about these as I do. Air Max 95s, I feel, have been watered down over the last 20 years. You understand? They've come out with so many whack-ass colors that just, turned a lot of people away from the Air Max 95s. But whenever you do have that one head, they come, you got the neons, they always want the neons. I just picked up my pair again recently. I'm really happy that I did, because I'll take this shoe over just about any shoe in my collection. This is my favorite sneaker, probably of all time, honestly. The Air Max 90 that you love and like I said, it's a dope colorway. Don't get me wrong. What I'm gonna say is this: it's a fly shoe. It's not for me. It's just, to me, it's still an old man shoe. It's a corny. It doesn't come close to 95s. That's how I feel on them.
All right. This debate, I'm pretty sure we're not the only people that think this way. Okay, but like I said, I'm gonna stick by what I go.
I'm not trying to shit on you. Like I said, I'm not trying to discredit the shoe.
No.
I just feel personally that the 95s. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. The 95s that this is a grail, man. This is a fire sneaker. Mad comfortable. Looks real good. And what's crazy is, although it's neon green, it's just people rock it with anything.
Look, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I was working, and then I was some guy wanted some Air Max 95. I'm like, okay, we have a lot of colorways, but the most recent one is over there. I'm like, that's the classic. I told him that's the classic colorway. The gray, black, and neon. He's like, listen, man, I'm 52. What am I gonna do with neon? And I'm like, I totally understand you, man. I totally get it. Here's some 90s for you. And then he didn't buy the button.
Yeah, because this infrared isn't neon, right?
No, I'm talking about neon green, like a. You know what I'm saying? But
that's bright as fuck.
Yeah, but this you could pass it off with a lot of things.
It's a bright ass shoe.
Listen.
So if you're gonna go the neon route or the infrared, that shit is bright.
This to me is a more iconic color than the neon green. This right here.
You say
a lot of shoes have come because of this shoe. Okay,
and what's good, and you know what I'm gonna say? That kind of is now that you say that separates this shoe, because not a lot of sneakers come with that neon and get away with it and becomes one of the hottest shoes of all time. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll see anyway. And at the end of the day, it depends on what the public think, right?
Yeah. All right.
What you think? So we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think is better.
Right. All right. So
next topic.
What's the second topic?
We're gonna talk about general release
versus hype stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna give you an example of a general release thing. A double nickel 10. I really like that shoe. Before it came out, I was like, okay, I need to have it, because I thought it was dope. I like the Chicago 10, especially with the 45 on the side. Then it came out, I'm not gonna lie, it was everywhere, so I was like, it's whatever. I still like the shoe. I see it every day at work, and I'm like, this is a nice shoe. Okay, but I'm not gonna pick it up. That right there, everybody gets caught in that, in the hype. If it was more limited, if it was like, half of whatever it is that we got, the number that we got, half that, I would have probably bought it, because is a very nice shoe to me, and but it's still very widely available. So.
I mean, I agree. Double nickel 10s to me, they're a dope shoe. I picked up recently. What was probably the most basic shoe that I picked up is the Marvin the Martian 7s. They're pretty general. They're all over the place. I think it's a shoe that'll grow on me eventually. But it's totally true. Right now, it's like the hype of the shoe. The more people want it, the more they just want to pick it up to have it. And you got some whack shits that they just supposedly are like a fire shoe, and just because they make it limited, then it becomes the hottest thing since sliced bread. And meanwhile, they're okay at best. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you an example. The other way around of what I just said. A shoe is hyped. We all know it, the shadow backboard one.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw the shoe, I didn't like it at all. I really didn't like it at all. It's that off-white. I don't like the orange. Okay, months go by and I'm starting to really like it. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the fact that not everybody has it. So that weighs in a little bit on the reason why I really like it. I really like it now, but same thing with Jeter ones with the fragments and a lot of things that goes into a lot of things.
And actually, I liked the fragment ones. I couldn't get my hands on it for a good price. The shattered backboards, as soon as I saw it, I liked it, and for the reasons that he didn't like it. Actually, I like orange. I like off-white. I think it's a nice complementing color. And I remember back in the day, I had a Corey Dillon jersey, Bengals jersey. I feel that black and orange pop. You see, I like to wear bright colors. I feel that if you could rock it right, then it's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you another example. I think it's like the best example today. So a bread one, right, and then you have a DMP one, and the difference a lot of people know is that DMP has the Jordan on the back, and then it has the Jordan on the tongue, and the bread one, the regular one, the OG has the Nike Air. About 95% of the people, 98% of the people would choose the OG bread with the bread one with the Nike Air on the tongue. Mm-hmm. Why? It's the same thing, okay? It's the same exact thing. It has the Jordan on the back. That's the only difference.
I think that's actually a topic we were going to jump into. We were going to say, right, Jumpman versus Nike Air.
Right,
we chose not to go that route, but it can easily segue into this conversation. Nike Air, I think the Nike Air just kind of separates it. I feel if you're going to have a Jordan 1, if you're going to have a retro, I think that all the retros...
from this point forward.
But you know what's crazy? Much like the brand Mitchell & Ness, retro, when they first came out, they were onto something because they were making it exact to the specs of when it first came out. And I don't like the fact that they change it every now and then. That's kind of whack to me. They should make it exactly how Jordan wore it, exactly how it came out originally, down to the box, down to the paper. That shit will be hot. So if you guys are listening, anyone from Nike, anyone from Jordan, do that. That's the right thing to do. Stop dropping shoes and changing the colorway slightly, changing, right now, recently, what came out? Those, the Jordan 11 LEs, and the bottom is a slightly different blue, is more like a purplish.
I like that.
But what I mean is, if you're going to retro something, bring it back exactly how it was. Don't change anything about it. Make it like, if there's a bread one, it should say Nike Air.
That's something they know, that if they change it, why does it matter if people are still going to buy them? So why would they bring something back why would they fix something that's not broken? You understand? Like, if you
no, but it doesn't matter. When you said not fix something that's not broken, they're changing it. So they're trying to fix something. They should drop it exactly how it was. If not, then make it a different shoe. It's not a Retro 3 anymore if you're changing something on it. It's not a Retro 4.
It is a Retro 4 because it's not as the original release that it was. If it was like a 1988, like the threes that came out, they're called 88 threes because they're exactly like the one from 1988. It's a Retro 3. Is it still a Retro 88 because it's coming out today? Nothing is going to be OG.
What I'm saying by that is when they first started retroing the actual Jordans, they were coming out how they were back in the day. Then they started changing stuff about it. And to me, like, is even like, even Perfect Pair said one time, you can't call something an OG unless it's the original.
It's not OG unless it's from the 1988.
Like a 94 pair, 93 pair.
You're not going to get an OG anything. Even if it has Nike in the back. That's what people don't understand.
I still think that they should drop exactly how they were.
Yeah.
Specs exactly how they were. They shouldn't change a thing about it.
You consider that an OG? It's not.
No, it still wouldn't be considered OG.
It
still wouldn't. But if I'm paying for a retro, I feel it should have the retro feel to it. Down to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, drop it how it was. Yeah, the OG feel. Exactly. If you're going to do a retro, if you're going to call something a retro. That's kind of why I like the 95s. Honestly, I haven't compared it to an original one because I don't have one from back in the day. I'll be totally honest with you. But I like the fact that it's as close to the original. You know what's funny? I never had this color back in the day. Call me crazy, I never had this color. I had the royal blue, which was fire when it first came out. Also, I think I had them like in 2000. showing my age here, but don't listen to that. But yeah, so back to what we were saying. Hype versus general release. It's too bad that some stuff, unless it's hyped up, it just gets passed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is those shoes that are not hyped up end up becoming collector's items and end up
That's for most of the shoes.
raising in value.
Ones, two. Well, two's not to a lot of people.
This shoe was not hyped up back in the day, and now people want it like crazy. Huaraches, shoes that people would just like.
Huarache is different, man. Huarache was way came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But back then, they were just a regular shoe.
Yeah.
And now, I'm kind of glad that everyone is going the direction of comfort anyway because it complements it. Huaraches are super comfortable.
So about comfort, okay? I'm gonna segue into another thing. What's the latest pick?
Okay, let's get it.
All right, so
what's the latest pick? First? No, you do yours first.
I'll do yours first.
No, go ahead. I'm interested. Go ahead. We talk about comfort. The shoe that I picked up is a nice shoe, but it's not exactly the most comfortable shoe.
So we just had an argument about this, right?
And we'll get into the argument.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's spill it out.
Okay, so Ronnie Fieg, and New Balance.
Fieg.
Okay, Daytonas. I searched up the shoes the other day just to figure out the background why they call it Daytonas. This is supposed to memorize when he used to go back in the days with his family to Daytona Beach, and I really don't see the colors to what it is, but do what you got to do. This shoe. So we're gonna go straight into the argument that we had. I picked this shoe up for $170. I don't know if you can see, but it is a little bit dirty, as you can see. On the toe is stained right there, as you can see. It's very stained.
You went mad quick. Hold on.
No,
let me fucking.
And I'm pretty sure that everyone,
I get it.
everyone knows the price of this shoe.
The value of the shoe. Okay.
I picked the shoe up for $170. I know everybody that's watching this condition right here, it's not worth $170. When I saw $170, I was like, oh my god, because this shoe to me is not worth it. I showed him the prices, and he understands now. But he was saying that the shoe is very dirty, and I understand that. But to me, it does not matter. This dirtiness that he's saying, it doesn't devalue the shoe down to a 170 shoe, because it's not a 170 shoe. This is not a 170 shoe. I'm gonna let you
talk, and then I'm.
All right, no, go ahead.
All right. So my only point, it's a nice shoe. My only point was that I asked him. I said, the person you bought it from, did they tell you that they were dirty?
No.
And he said, no, they didn't tell me.
I assumed they were dirty because 170 once again.
My point is this: if you're gonna buy a shoe, for buying and selling, and we buy lightly worn shoes because we take care of our shit, so we assume the next person is gonna take care of the stuff too. But the person should be upfront and let them know, hey, look, it's a little dirty, and you know what you're getting into. $170 or $5 or $500. As long as you know and they're upfront, that's I think what counts. It wasn't trying to downplay.
This doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure there was something that made them go down to this price.
It surprised me because they are dirty. The suede part, the base suede part, is the part.
What surprises you that it's dirty? That it's dirty? Shoes get dirty?
No, that it didn't bother you that part was dirty.
It didn't bother me because of the price that I got it for. That's what didn't bother me. That's what didn't bother me.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's a dope shoe. I'm glad you picked it up. It's something that you've been wanting for a long time. Once you told me, we hit up PayPal. We sent a FedEx label to the guy. He sent it over real quick, and that's what counts. So as long as you're happy, right?
All right.
So my pickup? I think I mentioned it in another one, but I'll show it here. So these are the. What's the nickname of these? Fabulous Edition, I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
This was something that Fabulous definitely had an inspiration behind. These are with Ewings. And I know there was a gold one.
Packers.
These are the Packer shoes. I'm sorry. Packer shoes and Ewing. I love that it has the Gucci accents, right? Obviously Gucci inspired. Ewing, I'm sorry, Fabulous, I think he definitely had a really good inspiration with this shoe. Why are you laughing? And these are just fire. And what's good is this came out right around the time that the Young OG project came out. That's something that it was Fabulous's latest album. Now, one of my friends actually, my man Scuff One, he's the one that designed the album cover.
The writing on the album cover.
Yeah. So where you see it says the Young OG project, that's the same exact dude that wrote the Young OG. It's my man Scuff One, YKK crew, right, which I'm part of as well. And we actually have, it comes with these are fire too, right? OG, you see that? Sneakerheads in general. So what's your take on them? What do you consider yourself, first of all?
I consider myself a sneakerhead because, you know, I buy shoes. I know about shoes. I know a lot about the shoes that I buy. That's one thing right there, that if you are buying a shoe and you have no idea what it is about, you don't know the model, you don't know nothing, it really shows how blind you are. You just like it because other people like it, and that doesn't make sense. But yeah, a sneakerhead to me doesn't have to have like 20 pair of shoes. I don't have 20 pair of shoes. I have 19 pair of shoes.
Yeah, but who's counting?
But who's counting? But yeah, a sneakerhead to me doesn't have. If you wear the same pair of shoes, if you wear Converse and you trade, you sell, you buy, and you do a lot of things concerning with sneakers, and you're a sneakerhead to me. You understand? All you need to do for me to consider myself to consider yourself a sneakerhead is to know about the shoes that you're dealing with, and that's basically, you know, the knowledge. To watch, to read, to do all that stuff about your shoes. Like what I did about the Daytona, that, you know, researched it about it because I don't want to sound stupid. Well, people, what are these called? Oh, these are New Balance. These are not New Balance. You know, they have a meaning behind it. So that's what you know.
That's what distinguishes and what separates them. I agree. You know, I consider myself a sneakerhead. I definitely fell away for a little while, came back, and but I've always been a sneakerhead at heart. Like, even though I wasn't really buying as much, you know, I kind of had the original feel for sneakers, which was back in the day for me. It was foam posits, flight posits, Air Max 95s, you know, Jordans, and then we had other stuff that we were into back in the day. I never was into the Air Force. I couldn't really, that whole crease and shit bothers the hell out of me. I can't spend money on a shoe.
That happens with every shoe.
Yeah, but it would bother me though. I just started getting into ones. Don't make me not like them now.
Yeah.
Because I know they're gonna crease on me. But nonetheless, Air Force I could never really get into. I remember like in 2000, like people were going crazy. I know Mayor. Big shout out to Mayor. He's a big sneakerhead. As far as Air Force, he has a lot of Air Force. Yeah. And remember Fat Joe back in the day? He was big on them shits, and they never really been for me. That's why the only pair of Air Force that I own right now is the foam posit Air Force, because they don't crease. But yeah, sneakerheads. So yeah, I do encounter a couple of people who don't really have a lot of Jordans or a lot of sneakers, but they know exactly what's on feet. You know, they'll tell you what's this, what's that. So I consider them sneakerheads. A lot of them actually buy and just resell. They don't even keep anything for themselves. So that's kind of what I was saying as far as, you know, resellers and collectors. I myself, I guess I'm a private collector. I used to keep all my boxes, but it wasn't because I was planning on selling my shoe. You know, I could spend $800, $1,000 on a shoe, and I wouldn't want to sell my shit. Like, that's just how I am. If I like it, I want it for myself. So if I would have kept the box, it's only to make the other person happy, because I know they want, quote unquote, OG all. They want it all. They want the paper. They want the fucking the bag. They want to know who you spoke with. You know, like, they want everything. So, you know, out of respect to people who collect, I always try to make sure that I was keeping everything. But I just recently threw out all my boxes. So, you know, anyone who hasn't, you know, done a trade with me recently, if you decide to do one now, it's going to come with a replacement box or some shit like that.
Rep box.
Just so you know. Yeah, like a rep box. But yeah, that's about it. You know, we wanted to get in front of the cameras again for you and give you another look on, you know, our perspective on how we feel about the shoe game.
19 minutes, bro.
19 minutes, man. I hope you listen. Thank all of you who made it to the whole video. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
I know there's a few.
I know it seems to be that the shorter the video, the more people actually watch it. So hopefully you like it, and you know, we're gonna continue to try to bring you more points of view. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. Right? It's late, so you see, I'm fucking tired over here. You know?
Take care, guys.
Make it a good one. Peace. What are we? What's the video about?
We're not ready. Stop.
What's going on? This is Heck and Ness. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ness say, hey, what's up?
That's what how do I say it? Like, between sneakerheads and these are better.
This is an original colorway, and you want to consider yourself a sneakerhead?
I stopped. I blanked. I blanked. So let's just stop. I don't like that.
You just came out of left field. We'll do it so well.
Nah, bro, nah, because